Hey everyone, welcome to the video. Today we're going to be talking about this shoe right here, the Nike Vomero Plus. We're going to have a look at how it's holding up after 300 kilometers of running in it. We're going to talk about how I've been using it, what I think it's best for, and whether I'm going to keep using it moving forward in my training for Edinburgh Marathon. These are available on the Nike website for around £155 here in the UK, and there's some colorways for £165. But there are some really nice colorways for 155, and you might be able to find them on some other sites now that they've been out for a while at a discounted price. So firstly, I've run 330 kilometers in this shoe, and I think it's holding up really nicely. The upper, it is holding together completely fine. I generally don't get much wear in my uppers. Occasionally I'll get a little bit of wear on the heel collar here where it starts to wear down from a bit of heel slip in some shoes, but there's no sign of wear there, and there's no sign of any fraying or anything like that after 300 kilometers. But like I said, I generally don't wear out my uppers very quickly anyway. The Zoom X midsole is holding together completely fine. Sometimes I wonder if it's going to bottom out quite quickly because Zoom X is a little bit of a softer foam. I don't think we see that here. I think it's holding up quite nicely. It does have some creasing, but you expect that from some of these super foams. And after a bit of a break-in period, it hasn't changed too much. It's still soft, plush, and nice to run in, and it doesn't feel like it's bottoming out. In terms of the outsole, in the forefoot, there is still a ton of coverage and it hasn't shown too much sign of wear. The rubber is quite firm on some of the Nike shoes, so I find the traction isn't great, but once you kind of wear them down a little bit, they start to grip a little bit better. The main sign of wear on the outsole is on the outside of the heel, which generally in the paces that I run in this shoe, I do strike slightly on that outside of the heel. I don't generally see that much wear though, using other shoes like the Adidas Evo SL. I've not noticed that much wear on that, and that does have a very thin outsole as well. But seeing this wear on the Nike Vomero Plus, it kind of reminds me of running in the Invincible 3. I noticed I got a lot of wear on the outside of the heel in that, and it actually wore quite a big chunk of the Zoom X down as well. And this is kind of like a newer version of the Invincible line. So after seeing that wear, I'm kind of not surprised. Now let's talk about how I've been using the shoe. I've pretty much been using the shoe for all of my easy running, all of my recovery runs, which are quite chilled, like very chilled runs, under 120 heart rate, just ticking over, getting the legs moving, active recovery. So I've not been using it for much faster stuff. I used it today for a 1 hour and 50-minute long run, and it held up really well. I did do that at a kind of easy to moderate effort. Kind of my average heart rate was 131 and my max was 140, and it held up really well. It definitely is a lot more plush than the Evo SL, and it protects the legs over those longer runs. But if I'm doing any faster work in the long runs, I like to have either a carbon plated shoe or an Evo SL, more of a minimal shoe. I find this just feels like a lot of shoe. I don't like kind of having a thick tongue and like a lot of padding around the heel collar or a thick upper and all of this excess foam. I just don't feel like it's needed, and I would rather have a shoe that's a bit more stripped back but still have a bit of a stack height to kind of protect the legs. But all in all, using the shoe kind of for easy paces, recovery paces, to protect the legs, it's been great, and I've definitely been able to kind of hit paces in workouts and feel better on my workout days, probably just from using this shoe and making sure my legs aren't getting too fatigued, just kind of keeping the mileage topped up on those easy days. And to talk about what I think it's best for, I think it is best for those recovery days, but it is capable of doing kind of marathon paced sessions, even tempo sessions. If you don't mind having a shoe that is kind of bulky, feels a tiny bit heavier than some of the other kind of tempo trainers and speed trainers, then I think you're going to love it. It's definitely got the bounce and it's got the potential to kind of run those faster paces. Personally, I just don't enjoy it as much because it just feels like a lot of shoe. It's the same reason I don't really enjoy running in the Alpha Fly. I would much rather run in something like the Puma Deviate Nitro 3, the Metaspeed Sky. I'm pointing at the Vomero, but the Metaspeed Sky, Adios Pro 3, more minimal shoes, and that's just what I like running in. But if you're kind of okay with having a bigger shoe, something that feels a little bit more comfy, I think you're going to love it still for kind of those faster sessions. Long runs with marathon pace in it, it works really well for and protects the legs. I also think this shoe will work for most runners, whether you're a heavier runner, a lighter runner. I think the Zoom X with the thicker stack, I'm around 80 kilos. I think it definitely doesn't feel like it's going to bottom out. So I think heavier runners should still enjoy it and might appreciate the extra cushion. And lighter runners, I think it's still soft enough that you'll feel the cushion still. So I think it is still a good shoe for everyone. And finally, am I going to keep using this shoe? Well, yeah, I mean, I paid for it, so I'm going to keep using it, and I'm not going to sell this one. I think I'll probably just keep using it as solely a recovery shoe, but then every so often I do easy runs, like maybe a steady long run, an easy long run, an easy and medium long run on Wednesdays. So I generally use this shoe for that as well. And then, yeah, it protects my legs for the double threshold sessions that I've been doing as well. So I will keep it in the rotation. We'll see how long it lasts, and I might do another update to this video. I did do a review when I first got it, so I'll link that up top so you can go watch that one. And thanks for watching to this point in the video. If you haven't subscribed already, I would really appreciate it if you could. I'm documenting all my training up until the Edinburgh Marathon, where we're going to be going for sub 3 yet again, and hopefully it's this time. So I would appreciate it if you could come on this journey, and we'll see you in the next video.